Friday, March 21st edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. The first full day of spring is here for us on this Friday, and it's going to be a gorgeous day. We had a really nice afternoon yesterday with highs in the 60s in much of the region, and then you hit some 70s down toward the Sandhills, the coast, and a good chunk of South Carolina. And temperatures will even be a little bit warmer today. Now, it's pretty chilly this morning. Here's your 5 o'clock hour temperatures here on this early Friday morning. A lot of 30s through the foothills and the Piedmonts and 40s closer to the coast. Even Columbia reporting 38 here. Winds light if not calm. That is allowed for a pretty chilly setup for us this morning. But here's the deal. High pressure moving through the region. We'll have basically full sunshine all across the region all day long, and we'll see pretty rapid temperature rises with those highs warming up probably 3 or 4 degrees warmer than what many spots saw yesterday. There's your sunshine on Futurecast, but notice the clouds begin to filter in here tonight as our next cold front begins to approach from the west. So here's how this plays out. Again, very quiet today. Now we'll squeeze in some warm temperatures just ahead of that front tomorrow. Highs in the 70s area wide for our Saturday. Maybe a late afternoon shower. That's a possibility as we get into tomorrow afternoon. But then as our next little wave of energy moves near that front Sunday, that's when we have a better chance of picking up some rain showers during the day Sunday. Now, it'll be much chillier, especially across North Carolina Sunday. And again, there is the GFS representation of the rain totals for Sunday. A lot of folks quarter to a half of an inch of rain. And again, that will be with much chillier type of conditions as Sunday unfolds. More on that in just a second. Now, as you get out to next week, of course, a lot of talk about the Tuesday system. It's still there. This is the most recent run. This is the 0Z run of the GFS model. There's a low pressure offshore and then pulling farther to the north and rapidly strengthening as it does so. Here's kind of been the trend on the modeling for this to be a storm system that strengthens a little bit later in time. And so you notice as the system is off the Carolina coast, it's strengthening, but it's not terribly intense just yet. But watch this thing really bomb out as it lifts up off the northeast coast. Those are what we're plotting actually is 850 millibar winds, and they are just cranking there. That turns into a nor'easter for parts of the northeast, and you can see that reflected in the snow totals. Now the GFS does still give parts of the Piedmont a little bit of snow, but as that system really strengthens, the snow totals crank significantly, over a foot of snow being indicated there for parts of the northeast, especially right along the coast. This could be one of those systems that, we'll see how it trends, but up there in the northeast part of the country, even right to the coast, could get a big dump of snow out of this. Now let me go to some of the more precise or detailed modeling here. Let's start with the Canadian model. And there's your low pressure. This is midday Tuesday, and that's located off of the South Carolina coast. And that is snow over parts of North Carolina. And there's your 850 temperatures. Anywhere you see those temperatures below freezing at 850 millibars, that's where you generally have an air mass that could support snow. And then the system continues to crank as it lifts to the northeast as you get toward late Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. And again, there's your 850 millibar temperatures, and then there that turns into a big storm. That is just heavy snow from Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, up toward New York City by the time you get to Tuesday night. Now, here's the precipitation type contours from the Canadian model. Now, this is right around daybreak on maybe a little bit after daybreak on Tuesday as that snow is progressing into parts of the Carolinas. You go toward lunchtime, and there's the snow continuing to work further to the northeast, and then it exits by Tuesday afternoon. And again, that is the Canadian model. Let's go to the European. Okay, this is the upper air chart, 500 millibars for Tuesday. Here's what it looks like at the surface. First of all, there's your chance of some rain, a chilly rain on Sunday, and it's close near the Virginia border to getting a little bit of a wintry precip chance on Sunday, but it looks like at the moment the boundary layer temperatures, the temperatures near the ground, may stay a little bit too warm for anything but a chilly rain Sunday. But all right, let's go out to the Tuesday system. And the European is a little bit weaker and further offshore. That has been kind of the theme of the past couple of model cycles. And again, there's your surface low located east, well east of the Georgia and South Carolina coast Tuesday around daybreak. And then you get off to midday Tuesday at low crawling further to the north. And then finally there you go Tuesday afternoon And that low is pretty far to the east. Now, let's go one more chart there. And there it is overnight Tuesday night. Now, in comparison to the ensemble mean, let me show you this. This is the operational European for around daybreak Tuesday. There is the ensemble, well, let's see, there we go. There's the ensemble mean. All right, so let me go back to that. There's the operational, there's the ensemble mean. Fairly good agreement in the placement of that low, but then the changes are evident thereafter. There's the ensemble position Tuesday evening, and it's a decent amount northwest of the operational run. So we probably need to, and actually that looks pretty close to the GFS track, which I'll show you here in just a second. Let's go to the GFS. All right, so there's your little round of precip Sunday. And again, 850 millibar temperatures do cool down below freezing at I-40 and points north, but we'd have to see if we could get the temperatures near the ground cold enough for any wintry precip. But all right, then we go out to that Tuesday system. This is daybreak Tuesday. This is the 0Z run of the GFS. The 6Z run is not in-house yet. There is the early afternoon chart from Tuesday. You go 6 hours later. There goes the low lifting up the coast. And then, boy, there it is, just hammering the northeast as a powerhouse low that really, really cranks. And again, you look at that GFS operational position in relation to the European ensemble position. You know, it's tucked much closer to the coast, similar to the GFS placement of that low. But let's focus here on our area. There's the WPC chart for Tuesday morning, and then there is Wednesday morning. They are going with that closer to the coast scenario too. So what about the Carolinas? Well, again, the trend has been, let's just talk about it on this chart, for this low pressure to strengthen later in time. And so you end up, yes, with the chance of some snow, and I'll try to draw this the best I can, roughly north of that line, give or take. But it's pretty light on a lot of the modeling. Okay, if you're looking for a stronger low pressure sooner, let me go back and grab this 500 millibar chart. If you're wanting this, let's see. Actually, I got a better one to grab here. Let's go with that one. All right, if you want to go with get a stronger low pressure sooner, you need this energy here. This is Monday evening. You need this energy here off to the west to dig further to the south and kind of back this flow to the southwest across the region. That would tighten up this low sooner and make it stronger back toward the Carolinas. And that is possible. Just we have not seen these pieces of energy involved with the system sampled by the upper air network yet, so there's probably going to be some changes in the modeling as we go through the next couple of days. So we'll see how this plays out. Certainly looks cold next week. It didn't really hit on that, but we're looking at temperatures, highs and lows, way, way below average for most of next week. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.